Hello, YouTube. I'm Dr. Tactical, and the doctor will see you now. Welcome back to the channel, and those of you who are new, welcome to the channel. So today's video I have been looking forward to doing for months. It is a follow-up to an earlier video, and this is the kind of video I love to do. The video I'm following up on was the kind of video I dislike doing. So as a rule, you probably have noticed I have very few negative videos. I really try to either find something that I like and go positively on it and show everything, although showing things that I have issues with as well. And if there's something that I really don't like, I tend just to choose not to do the video. So it keeps me from, getting into the negative aspects. As you all know, nobody sponsors me, so I'm not owned by anybody. Once in a while, I'll get something to play with, and I'll certainly share that with you. But that's about the best that I get as far as any bias. So and that's always disclosed. Well, today's video is on an object or device or product. I don't know. Anyway, today's topic is on the headrest safe. So I think it was back in October, I purchased well, here it is. I purchased a Jeep Rubicon, the JLU. And it's a great vehicle. I was excited about it. Sort of a good car for inclement weather, and also a fun car. You're not buying this car because of the its reliability. Enough said on that. Anyway, you buy it because it's fun. And one of the fun things about it, it currently has a hard top. We're in the middle of, we're at the end of March right now. And interesting thing, last weekend here in Baltimore, Maryland, it was gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So first thing I did Monday, actually Sunday, had my wife, I'm like, call the pool guy, let's get the pool open. So Wednesday was 25 degrees. Our pool is open. Anyway, may have jumped the gun on that a little bit. So we're still in March right now. This is March 25th, 26th, I think. Anyway, point is, it's still cold. I got a hard top on this thing. But as the summer rolls on, I hope to put a soft top on this. And security is an issue. There are a lot of aftermarket devices. There's a ton of aftermarket devices for a Jeep. A Jeep is like, I found out, like an AR-15. There are so many gizmos and gadgets and things you can hook up to this that you can have a blast, going from really high-end stuff to cup holders and whatever. Anyway, I digress. One of the items that I came across was the headrest safe. And when I looked at it, it blew me away. I was like, what a absolute brilliant design. And their advertisement really showed, the product nicely. So I purchased it. Now, you don't want to purchase just one headrest. You want to purchase two because you want them to match. It'll look funny if somebody looks in your car and sees, one headrest that's a little bigger than the other. So it's not inexpensive, although it's a reasonably priced item, but it's got some cost to it. So when the product came, I had a lot of issues with it, and I've gone through all of them in the previous video. And I initially, before doing the video, had reached out to the company and said, "Hey, I'm having problems with the lock," and they didn't do a good job of giving you, in fact, they didn't give you directions at all. They gave you a QR code, they had a video, and that was it. And the video was not up to date on the lock that they were currently using. And when I called and said I was having lock issues, instead of putting together that, hey, maybe it's the directions that they have on their video, they sent me a brand new lock. And eventually I figured out what was going on with it. So I did a video on it, and I explained I had some other issues as far as the wobbliness of the headrest and what else was it? Oh, parts of it were sort of stuck together in the packaging. So these were all issues I had. So I put them out on a video. That was, I want to say October-ish. Anyway, in January, I was at SHOT Show, and I didn't notice their booth was actually behind me, and I heard, "Hey, DoctorTactical," and I turned around, all excited that somebody recognized me. Of course, hard not to. I was wearing the scrub top, but nonetheless, so I felt pretty important. I turned around and I saw immediately what booth it was coming from. I was like, "Oh, I'm about to get some crap." Now, don't get me wrong. I don't feel that anything I stated was incorrect, and I stood behind it. But nonetheless, this is their livelihood, and I knocked them, and I was preparing myself to be berated. And that's not what I got at all. What I got was, hey, we saw the video, we see the things that you pointed out, and we're going to fix them. We're going to make it better. We've already started fixing them and working on making them better. And I said, nothing would make me happier than doing a follow-up video and saying, you know what, this company had a great product. I didn't care for its execution. I pointed out the issues with their the execution problem, and they took it upon themselves to fix these problems and elevate the product to really what I personally can say I consider to be an excellent product now. So the issues were the lock, the rattling around of the headrest, and the way it was packaged. It was sort of stuck together. So the rattling of the headrest, they took care of in two separate ways. They now have much better posts that your headrest inserts go through, and that keeps it in much better shape. And if you continue having problems, if that doesn't solve the problem, they also have the option of, if you give them very specific information, they can get you, posts that match more so to your vehicle. Anyway, bottom line, problem solved. I'm happy. All right, that's one. The sticking together of the materials, the way it's packaged, I didn't like that. I don't know what they did to change that, but what I do know is when I called and said, hey, stuff is sticking together, I was told, just pry it apart, it'll be fine. And that scared me. But I had their okay, so I did, and it was fine. There were no issues. It worked out. I just was afraid of using too much force because of the vinyl or pleather or whatever the hell it is. I didn't want to tear anything and be in worse shape. Okay, the headrest itself, let's take a look. So as the thief is approaching the vehicle, he's casing it. He's trying to deduce whether the doors are unlocked, if you were stupid enough to leave the windows down, and wants to see what he can score. And speaking of scoring, you can score $50 off of the headrest safe using the DoctorTactical code that you see in front of you and listed down in the description below. All right, so we see we got the headrest safes here, or headrest safe, and then behind me is the dummy headrest. So the headrests are identical, except this one has a safe inside of it. And just using the biometric reader, I can open it and easily access my Glock 19. I'm sorry, as of course the directions state, I can easily access my safety checked and cleared Glock 19 with a the Warriorland crossbow, which I have an interesting video coming up on this. This has actually been a lot of fun. Anyway, that's not what this is about. But anyway, my point is, now in this headrest, which by the way is surprisingly cushioned, a concern I had, and some of the viewers had also with their comments, was, yeah, just what I want, a steel, case behind my head. Well, you're in a steel vehicle. That's you got steel all around. But this is nicely cushioned. It's not uncomfortable at all. You would never know sitting in the passenger seat that you have a safe behind your head. It's not quite as soft as this one, but it's certainly nice, and on par with, I would say, the OEM softness of the headrest. So there's also some cushioning inside here, little V-shaped thing that the barrel goes right into, which keeps it from rattling around. You lock this. Magnets really tough in here. It's not going to accidentally pop open on you. So this is a very, it's a very nice way to store your gun or valuables. The problem is, of course, videos like me who are out there outing this thing. So don't show this to anybody. Just kidding. Share, get it all over the place. Bottom line, it is secure. It's locked. They have a technique of locking the neck bars into the seat itself, so you can't just someone can't just grab it and carry it away. So it's been thought out very nicely, and I have to say it's a nice product, and I'm happy to be able to say that I'm fully impressed with it and happy with it, and plan on keeping it in my vehicle. So, with all that said, thank you, Headrest Safe, for, good on you guys for, taking some criticism and turning it into something positive, because you really, at the end result is this is a nice product. All right, folks, I'm Dr. Tactical. Dr. Tactical, out.